It was second versus third in the encounter between RHC and Dunbar, with the Cougars looking to put some distance between them and the visitors in East Regional Division 1. And it was the home side who got off to a good start, with centre Stuart Morrison cutting a good angle and making a break upfield, unlucky to be just brought down before the try line. The Cougars did manage to retain possession, and the ball eventually found its way into Andrew Statham's hands. He attempted to barge over from close range, but Dunbar's scramble defence did well to hold him up and prevent the try. The Cougars continued to turn the screw, deciding to kick for the corner and drive the line out. But again the visitors' defence did just enough to prevent the score. However, the line was eventually breached with the subsequent scrum, with the home side's forwards showing a good degree of power and control to take the scrummage over the line and allow an easy touchdown for number 8 Anthony Reen. Captain Ewan Morrison then added the additional points with the boot for an early 7-0 lead. RHC continued to apply the pressure. This time prop turned second row Andrew Hicks made a breach for the line, but again the visitors managed to hold it up. However, the Cougars still had a penalty advantage from an earlier infringement, but this time they opted to take the points, and Ewan Morrison duly converted. And soon after, more indiscipline from the visitors meant a second penalty was added to make the score 13-0. Eventually Dunbar forced their way into the game, but the Cougars' defence looked pretty strong early on. And a turnover from inside their own half seemed to open up an attacking opportunity for winger Chris McIntyre. But the referee did not allow the advantage and instead brought back the play to send Dunbar's fullback Gary Peters into the bin for a technical infringement at the ruck. And 2 minutes later it got even worse for the visitors when a second yellow was issued to hooker Chris Bakey for indiscipline during a driving maul on the halfway line.
Is he going to yellow somebody else?
A tough decision which even left the cameraman a little bit bemused.
See, what?
Feeling a little bit hard done by and now down to 13 men, the writing looked on the wall for the visitors. This time Andrew Hicks managing to squeeze his way into the corner and over the line, and it brought the score to 18-0. However, the onslaught never happened, and instead the plucky visitors seemed to be galvanised in the face of adversity. Despite the numerical disadvantage, they managed to pull the score back, with scrum half Blair Mills throwing an outrageous dummy and forcing his way under the posts. Standoff Jamie Peters then added the extras to make the score 18-7 going into half time. After the break, the Cougars seemed to pick themselves up again. And after another solid scrummage, number 8 Anthony Reen picked from the base and looked like he'd forced himself over the line. But it was judged to have been held up. But the Cougars continued to add the pressure, and it wouldn't be long until there would be another attempt at the line. After some good phase play and recycling work, the ball eventually found its way into the big number 8's hands again. He did well to fend off a couple of would-be tacklers to get his second try of the game. Ewan Morrison then added the conversion to make the score 25-7. It seemed like the elusive fourth try was inevitable and the bonus point would be secured for the Cougars. However, it would prove to be the final points they would put on the board, which was particularly surprising given the long, enterprising piece of play starting from inside their own half. Showing great patience and effectiveness at the breakdown to go through the phases with the ball in hand and move the opposition defence around the park, a tactic which seemed to pay off once the ball reached substitute Matthew Hicks's hands. Linking with his brother Andrew, who then released Fraser Thomson down the wing, doing well to keep the ball alive, it eventually ended up back in Matthew's hands, who looked like he was in under the posts, but he was judged to have gone over the dead ball line before he'd actually touched the ball down. With the RHC players and fans still a bit stunned by the decision, Dunbar sought to capitalise by taking a quick 22 dropout and going straight on the offensive, which then led to things going from bad to worse for the home side when flanker Fraser Thomson was yellow carded for an illegal tackle. At this stage the game began to break down amongst a flurry of scrummages, and yet another yellow card was issued to Cougars fullback Murray Hanning, which, due to the cameraman having to conserve his battery, was not actually caught on camera. However, Dunbar were making up for the first half injustices, and after a turnover, Matt McPhillips was able to link up with fellow centre partner Gary Peebles to pull back another score for the visitors. In what was turning out to be a bit of a bittersweet day for the home side, centre Stuart Morrison was given a straight red card in the dying minutes for what was perceived by the referee to be a dangerous tackle, much to the protest of the home support, mind you. However, again, due to battery preservation, the incident wasn't actually caught on camera. Apologies for that. However, it didn't actually have any influence on the final result in what was a strange, although compelling day of rugby at Barnton, with 5 tries mixed in with 4 yellow cards and a red card. You can't beat a bit of drama on a Saturday afternoon. Final score, RHC Cougars 25, Dunbar 14.